Our seminar for today will be conducted by our guest lecturer, Mr. Guerrero. Mr. Guerrero attended the University of Papua New Guinea School of Law from 2005 to October 2008, and he graduated with the Bachelor of Degree with second-class honors. He then attended the Papua New Guinea Legal Training Institute during 2009, graduating with a postgraduate certification of completion of legal training and an academic prize for attaining first place in the subject of PNG taxation law. Mr. Guerrero then attended the Mitchell Hamline School of Law in St. Paul City, Minnesota, United States of America, during 2016, wherein he obtained a Master's of Law degree with particular research on intellectual property law. Mr. Guerrero continues to practice law in Papua New Guinea in the main areas of commercial law, which is largely corporate regulatory and advisory in nature. I would like to invite Mr. Guerrero on stage to begin his seminar.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedules to come down. And thank you to the Master of Ceremony for that generous introduction. Today's seminar is looking at the 8 categories of intellectual property and how an indigenous SME can apply such intellectual property in the production and development of their goods and services that specifically include traditional knowledge and more importantly, this leads to the protection and the development of the cultures from which they originate from. So So what are the 8 categories? The 8 categories are, firstly, you could use copyright to protect the traditional cultural expressions. You can use, secondly, industrial designs to protect the look and the feel of your culturally inspired products. You could use trademarks to register distinctive indigenous words, names, and symbols. You can use certification and collective marks to distinguish your goods. The next category is geographical indications as a way to link goods to a specific area. You may also use patents to protect innovations that are based on traditional knowledge, and you may use trade secrets to protect confidential traditional knowledge. And lastly, you can use unfair competition laws as a defense mechanism against intellectual property infringement. We have 2 more categories to go. Here is the trade secret used for protection of confidential traditional knowledge. And this becomes important in the protection of secretive and commercially valuable information such as manufacturing processes, recipes, and the idea is to prevent that information from being disclosed, acquired, or used by others without proper approval and consent of the indigenous group. Trade secrets seek to protect confidential information, and trade secrets either afford a general protection against unfair competition or through the case law on the protection of confidential information. There are a few conditions that must be met. The information must be generally secretive or be kept secret, or disclosed in the confidence to only a few people who only need to know. And as an added step, there must be reasonable measures made by these groups to protect their trade secrets. And lastly, that the information must have some commercial value and be in danger of losing that value once it has been disclosed. So trade secrets protect against unfair practices such as espionage, breach of contract, or breach of confidence. But the important thing to note is that if someone discovers the trade secret by their own research, this is generally not a reason to, this will not be considered as misappropriation of the trade secret because by their own efforts, they were able to discover that trade secret. So if we can look at an example. Here, there was a researcher, Mr. Charles Montford, who had written a book, The Nomads of Australian Desert, with the help of the Pitjantjatjara Council. And in that book, he had disclosed significant and secret ceremonial information, and he had recorded that in photographs, drawings, and descriptions. And the court held that the information held deep religious and cultural significance to the plaintiffs, and that the unauthorized use had the threat of destabilizing the community. And so the court awarded an injunction to prevent the production of that book. What do you see? That's it? Okay. Thank you very much for taking time out from your busy schedules to attend the seminar and celebrate World Intellectual Property Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Guerrero, for taking time to conduct this seminar with us. I'm sure all of us here and those watching as well online have learned a great deal about how concepts of intellectual property law can assist indigenous SMEs. I would also like to thank Mr. Pokowin, as well as the president for UPNG Law Student Society and her team for organizing this event. And thank you as well to everyone for attending. Have a great day.